Preceded by Ghana National Anthem was the annual general meeting of the Association of Ghanaians in the Kingdom of Eswatini. A speech by the Consular for Ghana in Eswatini, His Excellency Kobla Kwashi, stating the affairs, diplomacy, and also urged Ghanaians to comply with the laws of the land, stating the exchange that continuously exists between Eswatini and Ghana.
It's one of the strongest associations in our region. In South Africa, they've got many associations. In Mpumalanga, we've got the East Cape Town, Western Cape, but in Eswatini, we've got only one association. So what I'm trying to emphasize is that if we all work together as one, there's a lot of strength and synergy. You know, the drive to have splinter groups is not going to help anybody. But if you belong to an association, you have to meet the subscriptions and the requirements of that association. But we all know that there are quite a number of Ghanaians in Eswatini who do not associate with this association. So I told the executive to start a recruitment drive. Let's start moving away from holding meetings in Manzini only. There's also Baban, there's also Tlangano, there's Stegi, there's Kuzmi. You'll be surprised that Ghanaians all over. So even if you want to have your AGM only in Manzini, at least have social meetings across the country so we can bring everybody on board. That's one. The relationship between Ghana and Eswatini is getting stronger and stronger. We're having a lot of delegations coming from Ghana. They don't always announce themselves until they're here. And then they call and say, we're here and we need consular assistance. So last night I got a letter from Ghana's parliament where there's a delegation arriving on Monday. And that they are going to engage Eswatini to understand our chieftaincy, administration, and a number of things. So Parliament, when I spoke to the Parliament President, the Senate President, the clerk, they were not aware. But these are the challenges that we are facing daily. There are lots of people coming in. They don't necessarily inform Foreign Affairs in Ghana, they don't inform Pretoria. But they are here, they represent Ghana. So this delegation coming, we don't know where they are going to stay. But the good news is that Parliament said the relationship between Ghana and Eswatini is very good. So whether they've announced beforehand that they're coming or not, we are going to host them. And that's the attitude everybody is adopting. Similarly, there are also delegations from Eswatini going to Ghana. We sent a delegation to go and study Ghana's local government administration system. You heard His Majesty speak when he addressed the National House of Chiefs in Ghana. That in terms of the Eswatini constitution, there has to be a National House of Chiefs, which he wants to establish. So that process too is ongoing. That they are learning from Ghana. Ghana is also learning from Eswatini in a number of things. So the relationship is going stronger, and we are the ambassadors of Ghana. So it's very critical that we are cognizant of this and careful about how we act in the kingdom. We must hold ourselves very well and respect the law. That is very, very critical. We continue to get information about people coming to the country legally using the informal crossing. Some say they're Ghanaians, others pretend to be Ghanaians. We also get information about passport issues, people not entitled to hold Ghanaian passports being assisted to get Ghanaian passports. For Ghanaians in Eswatini, the process of getting a passport, you go online and you apply online. Don't use a contractor. That's how much I would say now because there's an exercise going on which could affect some people losing their passport. So please, if you want a new passport, just go online and apply online and follow the procedure. And it will be done. It's one of the objectives of the new High Commissioner to ensure that consular service is at our doorstep. So the team will be coming here frequently. We're looking at the first quarter, but the government also wants to leverage on the expertise of Ghanaians in the diaspora. So there will also be a trade mission coming. The trade team will want to meet the Ghanaian community to find out your business interests and your expertise and things that you can do and leverage on in Ghana or partner with Ghanaians. Also want to find out what Eswatini and Ghana can do together. So there would be a lot of activity come next year. But anyway, I stand here on behalf of the High Commissioner. So let me read what he sent last night. Um, Let me start the heading. Christmas message to be delivered by the Honorary Consul of Ghana in Eswatini on behalf of His Excellency Benjamin Anani Kwashi, High Commissioner Designate of Ghana to Eswatini, at a meeting with the Ghanaian community. The High Commissioner would have joined us here today, but for other equally important arrangements. You are all aware that he's accredited to Eswatini as well as South Africa, Seychelles, Lesotho, and Mauritius. He has therefore asked me to deliver this Christmas message to our community and to wish you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous and ensuing New Year. He has pledged to visit Eswatini in the not too distant future to interact with our community to obtain at first hand the pertinent issues bothering us as Ghanaians in the kingdom. He has indicated that together we can enhance the image of our dear country in the kingdom of Eswatini. So let me read his message. Fellow compatriots, as we come together to celebrate this festive season, I extend my best wishes for Christmas filled with peace, joy, and renewed hope for you and your families. This time of the year invites reflection, gratitude, and a spirit of unity, values that resonate deeply within our shared identity as proud Ghanaians. This year's celebrations take place against the backdrop of our government's visionary reset agenda, which aims to revitalize economic resilience, strengthen governance, and foster inclusive growth. This transformative initiative calls upon all of us, both within Ghana and the diaspora, which we embrace as our 17th region, to engage in innovation, collaboration, and purposeful action as we strive for a more prosperous and equitable future. The diaspora plays a vital role in the success of the research agenda. Members are encouraged to invest in businesses and startups in Ghana, providing essential financial support that stimulates local economies and creates employment opportunities. Furthermore, diaspora professionals can share their expertise through workshops, mentoring, and temporary training visits. My dear brothers and sisters, by serving as ambassador for Ghana, diasporans promote our nation's interests abroad, fostering stronger diplomatic ties and attracting international partnerships. Their efforts to enhance the visibility of Ghanaian culture and products in their host countries significantly contribute to building a positive image in global markets. Remittances from the diaspora are invaluable, supporting families and local businesses, thereby contributing to economic stability and growth. Engaging in policy discussions offers insights that can help shape decision making processes in Ghana, while investing in social and community projects addresses local needs and stimulates inclusive development. Moreover, fostering networks that connect Ghanaian entrepreneurs with global markets creates opportunities for collaboration and resource sharing, reinforcing our collective efforts. Fellow compatriots, you would agree with me that it had been a prayer of our community to have one of us leading as the High Commissioner. Bear in mind that a resident Ghanaian was seized with the challenges of the jurisdiction. Permit me to say that your prayer requests were answered when His Excellency, Mr. John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic, appointed me as him, not me, appointed me as your High Commissioner. I urge you all to bear me up in prayer as I strive to work towards realizing your aspirations. You know, he lived in South Africa for 9 years. He still has a house there. I am optimistic that very soon, in the spirit of the friendly relations which so happily exist between Ghana and Eswatini, King Mswati III will graciously grant me agreement to enable me present my letters of credence to him. This ceremony will then afford me the opportunity to function and to address your concerns appropriately and to seek your welfare in accordance with the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic and Consular Relations. Until then, I've been engaging the Honorary Consul and some members of your community unofficially to better understand the challenges faced by you in this beautiful kingdom of Eswatini. Fortunately, I'm mapping our strategies to address the issues I gathered in my interactions so far. Together, we can tackle these challenges with God on our side. As we look toward 2026, I genuinely hope our community remains united and empowered, confidently facing the challenges ahead. I encourage every member to uphold the values of lawfulness and integrity, which will help enhance Ghana's reputation here in the Kingdom of Eswatini. In my inaugural media engagement, I highlighted the critical role of parents as role models for their children. The education of our youth is of utmost importance to me. By prioritizing academic achievement, we lay the groundwork for propelling Ghana to new heights of development. My dear brothers and sisters, as we approach the end of this remarkable year, let us seek God's mercy and guidance, enabling us to navigate the remaining days of 2025 with grace and dignity. I sincerely hope our community remains united and empowered, confidently addressing the challenges that lie ahead. I reiterate the need for each member to uphold the values of lawfulness and integrity, thereby enhancing Ghana's reputation here in Eswatini and beyond. May the spirit of Christmas inspire us to build bridges, foster understanding, and advance our shared aspirations, both in Eswatini and our cherished homeland. That concludes his message. So, on behalf of His Excellency Mr. Benjamin Anani Kwashi, I'm to wish you all a joyous Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Long live Ghana, long live Ghana Eswatini relations, and God bless us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, the
the chair lady for AGIES, which is the Association of Ghanaians in Eswatini, stated that many are problems they need to sort while uniting the organization and making sure that they solve every predicament they face.
Beyond his control, he had to leave. Um, so I had to step in for him. So that's what I've been doing for the last few months. And I'm supposed to give you a report on our achievements and our challenges. It's been only like 9 months. We haven't, well, I wouldn't say we haven't achieved much. Before the chairman left, he collaborated with the Rotary Club to distribute some clothing to orphans. So that was an achievement. Unfortunately, since then, we've had challenges. Challenges in the form of 2 deaths. And, I can't say fortunately, but by God's grace, we were able to put them to rest. And I commend you all for the support that you gave us. Um, I think another achievement, or something I can call an achievement, is being able to get more people to commit to the association. And there again, I commend you all those who came on board and supported. Thank you so much. There's one thing that I would want to clarify. The consular is going to talk about it, but I've been asked so many questions, so I felt it would be imperative for me to say something about it. Many people are saying they have a problem with the way the association is being run now because they think that I'm being selective. Now, I think we need to clarify the fact that there's a difference between joining an association and being a national of a country. We all belong to the consular. So every Ghanaian is under the consulate. But being a member of an association is by choice. And you can't just come and say, just because I'm a Ghanaian. Well, just because you're a Ghanaian, you can join the association. But you cannot enjoy the benefits if you do not contribute. So we are still going to emphasize that if you pay and join the association, we consider you one of us. If you do not, you can come and visit us, but you cannot enjoy the privilege. I think I've made it clear enough. The other problem we have is about unnecessary criticism is positive when it's productive, and also it motivates. But when you decide to just criticize for the sake of criticizing, then you demotivate us. Because right now we are going to have elections. I'll be very happy if you vote me out. Because of some of the comments that have been made, that I've staged a coup d'etat, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It is not me. We've had this association for many years. I have been in this country for 35 years. I found the association in place. And it was a very active association. When we go for meetings, we find as many as 100 people. And we meet, we have fun, we do everything. We are like brothers and sisters. And we all pay our dues so that the association is able to move forward. But unfortunately now, everybody folds their arms and expects 1 or 2 people to fund everything. It is not viable. And we cannot be doing the same thing over and over again and expect different results. So that is where I stand. So when you are electing, please bear that in mind. If you can't take that, then please vote me out nicely. We are hoping that the vision is that we'll revive the association, put it on a bigger pedestal where everybody will be proud to belong to it and be happy to say, I'm proudly a Ghanaian, and where we will be able to help one another. Some of the people who were questioning me are not here, but I want to answer another question. Somebody also called me and said, what are you doing with the money? And I said, which money? Yes, we are collecting money. Right now we said 43 times 350 amounts to how much? It's the same money we are using to fund this function. Fortunately, there have been volunteers who have actually given more than even what all of us together have given. And the person was saying, we must start giving out loans, we must start. So I said, first of all, do you know that something like this has been done before? And he said yes. And he even continued to say, oh, people borrowed and they never paid back. So I said, if they never paid back, where am I going to get the money now to put in and then start giving loans? I don't think it's a good idea. I've had so many questions, but I think it will all come in the AOB. And then maybe the consular will also answer, other people will answer. But for now, all I can say is thank you very much for the support so far given. And we hope that we'll be able to move the association forward and make it a better one. Thank you.
They also had an opportunity to hear a financial report from the auditing team. Mr. Emmanuel Ofori presented the financial report for the end of the year.
Shouldn't bother you that much. Of course, as the acting chairman, you need to consider all sides, but we are good to go. So from her remarks, you know how that's happening. This is our annual general meeting. And so the next item will be our financial report. That is where we will spend a lot of time and argument and we ask questions.
The report as presented by the treasurer of the association. And from the review, from the examination of all that was presented to me, I did not come across any matter which called for a serious deliberation on it. So all that was presented were fairly stated, and that it portrayed the financial position of AGIES as at November 30th, 2025. This is a draft report, and it will be finalized upon adoption by the House. So, my apology once again for the type, but it's a draft, like I said. When you look at it, you said, I have examined the statement of funds and liability of AGIES as at November 24, or 25, and that the related statement of income as attached, and then the changes in the fund balances for that period is still as at November 2025. My examination was made in accordance with general acceptable auditing standards, and accordingly included such tests of accounting records and other such audit procedures as I considered necessary in the circumstances for the fund operation in the modified cash basis. In my opinion, the company financial statement fairly present the financial position of AGIES as at the end of this year. Our accounting year end is November. So as at 30th November, and its revenue collected and expenses paid for the period then ended. Having said that, may I take you to the statement of funds and liabilities. On the page, the next two pages following that. As at November 30th, we have an amount of 2,900 that were dues that hasn't been paid as at 30th. By the post balance sheet date, these 2,900 has still been received as at date. But for the sake of the financial year end, they were in arrear as at that time. The cash balance as well as at 30th November was 20,898. So when you put those two together, the assets or the current assets of the association was coming up to 23,798. The funds and liabilities. The membership compulsory fee, that is the registration fee, so corrected as that 30th November also came up to 2,600. Talking about the 50 rand registration. That was corrected for the year. And it's also part of the dues that were not received. I mean, the current receivables also include the compulsory fee of 50 rand. We had about 11 members who hasn't paid as at 30th November. So the receivable, even though I've mentioned dues, it wasn't dues alone. There were amount of registration fee of 50 also. That also be corrected. It was for both dues and the registration fee for about 11 people who hasn't paid as at 30th. But as we speak now, we are in December 13th. All that has been paid, except those who are yet to pay now. That is, may I repeat again, the receivable of the 2,900 as of today has been paid. By my report, and 30th November. That's why, as at that date, it's seen as dues not yet collected. But post balance sheet date, we are on the 12th now, December, all has been received, except those who hasn't paid at all, and they can be counted as members. So yeah. The next page summarizes as well our receipts and payment made during the year. The total membership dues paid was 14,050. When you look at the second attachment on your on your WhatsApp, you'll see the total number over there. We have 52 members who are paid up. My apology. We have 52 members. But out of the 52, we have about 15 who has not fully paid. Fully paid membership with 350. That is 50 registration and the 300 for the dues. But the total collection for the period sum up to 14,050. Special contribution. The first one is Independent Day. We had some special contribution there also. When you look at your attachment, you see all those who contributed to that effect, which came up to 9,800. Out of that, we spent, now look at the payment underneath. Out of that, we spent 12,071, leading to a deficit of 2,271. They are all also in the attachment. You can look at that. The other money that the executive were responsible for is the funeral contribution. We have we were we had two funerals, that of Kofi Boateng and Anaya Ika. The funeral contribution has been combined as 67,047. The meaning is this: we have Kofi Boateng contribution of 15,000. I'm sorry, 17,213. All is in attachment, and and then also that of Naneya came up to 50,834. So when you combine that two, 17, 213, and Naneya contribution of 50,834, that brings us up to 67,047. I guess I've already touched on the independent expenses, which were 12,000, and that we were in a deficit of 2,000. So moving down straight to the funeral cost, that also has been combined. That also has been combined for that of Naneya and Kofi. We have Kofi Boateng expenses are dues of 16,435, and that of Naneya came up to 41,193. When you combine those two, we have the total funeral cost for the year for 57,628. So the total cost for the year and all the money so collected came up to 98,97, and then the expenses for 69, leaving at a surplus of 21,198. When you look at the attachment for the funeral, the two funerals that we had, case of Kofi, there was a surplus of 778, and that of Naneya was 8,641. Due to time and space, we had we have posted that all the contributions for the funeral were posted on the AGIES platform. I guess you all have the list. But then the breakdown for the expenses also has been attached in this present report for you. Let me go back again to the page before this, which summarizes the accumulated fund that we have as of now, which is the surplus arising from these two special contributions as well as that of the dues. We are in December, like I said, so try to understand the way the report is. It's not like right now we are having all the money in the account or in the coffers of the association. It has something to do with as at 30th December, not as at present. With that, may I end my presentation, and whatever question we have, we can ask the treasurer and the chairperson. Have a good.
A moment of silence was held in honor of Ghana fallen members, remembering their role they played while they were alive in the kingdom.